Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Washington Nationals vs New York Mets, St. Louis Cardinals vs Pittsburgh Pirates, Los Angeles Dodgers vs Philadelphia Phillies, Oakland Athletics vs Cleveland Indians, and Milwaukee Brewers vs Chicago Cubs, which are happening on Thursday, August 12, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Washington Nationals vs New York Mets. These are must-win games for the Mets as they have dipped into third place in the NL East. The Bats should finally make some noise against Nats starter Joe Ross. They scored 5 runs, including 2 home runs in 5 innings in their latest meeting with Ross. The right-hander has struggled against this Mets team throughout his career, posting an unattractive 5.58 ERA. Joe Ross went 6.1 innings and gave up 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned runs, and struck out 7 in a no decision in his last start against the Philadelphia Phillies. Ross has a record of 5-9 with a 4.02 ERA, 1.21 WHIP, and a 107/31 KBB ratio in 19 starts this season. Opposing batters are hitting .235 against Ross this season. He has gone 6 innings or more 8 times this season. Marcus Stroman will now get the start over Rich Hill. Stroman was solid once again last time out, holding the Phillies to 2 runs in 5 innings in a 4-2 loss. The veteran right-hander has now been labeled with a loss in 3 consecutive outings, but has pitched well in that span and features a 2.83 ERA and a 1.13 WHIP, accompanied by a 7-1 record in 127 innings on the year. Stroman squandered 5 runs, 4 earned, in 4 innings against the Nationals in the lone meeting in April and has allowed 9 runs, 8 earned in 10 career innings against the rivals. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Mets -1.5. St. Louis Cardinals vs Pittsburgh Pirates. JT Brubaker's pitches got blown up like a pinata at a child's birthday party in his last outing. The only difference is the pinata was stuffed with frustration and disappointment. St. Louis isn't nearly as explosive offensively as the Cincinnati Reds, but they are still clearly capable of making noise at the plate, with Brubaker as the starter and an unreliable bullpen. The inability to stop the bleeding defensively has continued to be an issue for the Pirates. It would be different if they had the bats to go blow for blow with the teams that take advantage of their perennial offensive problems. Throw in the fact that the Cardinals have been able to maintain some form of defensive decency, and it's clear the Pirates are in for a long afternoon. What you see is what you get from Cardinals veteran pitcher Wade LeBlanc. It's nothing mind-blowing at this point in his career, but against these Pirates, it will be just enough. The Cardinals' pitching staff has been average to good this season. As a team, they are in the middle of the league in ERA, runs allowed, and WHIP. Giving up the long ball has been no issue at all. They are first in the MLB in home runs allowed. Walking batters and striking out batters have been a major problem. The Cardinals are last in the league in walks allowed and strikeouts. The Pirates are hoping to catch lightning in a bottle and make something out of this series. Make no mistake, the nosediving expedition for Pittsburgh isn't ending anytime soon, with a couple of 3-game series meetings lined up with the Milwaukee Brewers and Los Angeles Dodgers starting on Friday. My betting advice for that game is to pick St. Louis Cardinals. Los Angeles Dodgers vs Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies will face an uphill battle, regardless of who is on the mound for the Dodgers on Thursday afternoon. This entire series has been lopsided from the start: the shutout in Tuesday's opener and the one-sided beating on Wednesday. The fact that the Phillies came into this meeting on an 8-game winning streak didn't matter. Los Angeles is 10th in team batting average at .247, 8th in slugging percentage at .425, and has scored the second most runs with 588. However, injuries to key players have prevented the Dodgers from having even better numbers. My betting advice for that game is to pick Los Angeles Dodgers -1.5. Oakland Athletics vs Cleveland Indians. Oakland is playing well as they attempt to keep their spot in the wild card picture. They have won 6 consecutive games overall, including wins in the first 2 bouts of this series. I like their chances with their ace, Chris Bassett, pitching. He has only allowed 1 run in his last 2 starts and held Cleveland to 3 runs in 7 frames last month. The Athletics played well over the past week and come into this game on a 5-game winning streak, which has moved them within 2 games of Houston in the AL West standings. They will try to keep the momentum going with a win over the Indians, which will give them their 6th win in a row and 7th win in their last 8 contests. Cleveland will have Eli Morgan on the hill for his 10th start of the season. Morgan was outstanding in his previous start, limiting the Tigers to only 2 runs on 6 hits in 7 innings, but received little help from the offense and took the loss. The right-hander is having an encouraging rookie season after a rough start, allowing 3 or fewer runs in 5 consecutive performances. However, he enters with a 6.09 ERA and a 1.26 whip, accompanied by a 1-4 record in 44.1 innings of work. Morgan gave up 3 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings against the A's last month, in a game Cleveland lost. My betting advice for that game is to pick Oakland Athletics. Milwaukee Brewers vs Chicago Cubs. After getting shut out against the Brewers on Wednesday, Chicago seems poised for a bounce-back effort in this spot. Hendricks' current winning streak has spanning nearly 3 months, and he is 2-0 with a 3.34 ERA in 5 starts since the All-Star break. The Cubs have been in the midst of a free fall down the NL Central standings, but offer some good value on the money line in this spot. The Milwaukee Brewers have the 2nd best team ERA in all of baseball at 3.33, the 4th best whip at 1.17, and Milwaukee's pitchers hold opponents to the lowest batting average in all of baseball at .213. Brent Sutter is leading Milwaukee in wins with 11, while Freddie Peralta is the leader in strikeouts with 162, which is 4th in baseball. Starting on the mound for Milwaukee on Thursday will be Brandon Woodruff. In 2021, the right-hander is 7-6 with a 2.23 ERA, team best, and 160 strikeouts, which is tied for 5th in baseball. Chicago will counter with veteran righty Kyle Hendricks, who hasn't lost a start since May 9. The 31-year-old is 13-4 with a 3.68 ERA in 23 starts, and he has turned in quality starts in 4 of his 5 starts since the All-Star break. Last time out, the Cubs right-hander escaped with a no decision after tossing 6 innings of 2-run ball versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Hendricks has actually been better on the road, 7-1, 3.13 ERA, compared to at home, 6-3, 4.25 ERA this season. Hendricks has managed to outperform his peripherals this season. He has struck out just 6.75 batters per 9 innings of work, the lowest mark that he's posted since his rookie season. The Cubs right-hander has also given up a career-worst 1.47 home runs per 9 innings of work, but has managed to mitigate the damage, for the most part. The veteran is one of the craftiest pitchers in baseball and has stayed ahead of opposing hitters by throwing 69.2% of his first pitches for strikes. My betting advice for that game is to pick Chicago Cubs. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.